going to add a new person, CrewNew.com, to the database from LinkedIn. So this is the button, scrape, the blue one, and you can just paste the LinkedIn URL here and click scrape, and don't worry, it's gonna just take little time. Go to another tab and you will see in less than 1 minute the URL is going to be sent to a scraping server, and the scraping server will scrape the data and send back to this server. Now as the person is imported, then you can click this pen next to the person and add some more data about her. If you know the email address, then you can add the email address, otherwise automatically CrewNew email address is created for her. Then this rating and ratings, this is you're not giving this is automatically calculated from the system or imported from external sources. The manager rating is that you can give to a person, and yeah, it's just a general rating, how valuable you think the person. 10 is like max, it's like best you could imagine, and 1 is something that basically means in our database delete, but we're never deleting anybody, because if some other person comes up and the person, and then there's already information in the database that previous project manager has been rated that person very low. And whose rating this is? Who's the manager? The manager is who's the manager ID here? As we're not logged in yet with everybody with its own username and everybody log in as admin, then you have to manually add here your ID. It means that you have added this person to the database, and you're going to earn 2% of the salary of this person forever. It's like a motivation, huge motivation to bring in. We might change the percentage to smaller current, or think about the pricing, but currently it's 2% forever for the person who is bringing in. Dorina, for example, found you, and she's earning from your salary. So yeah, basically, and there goes ID, and you can see the ID of a person always from the database. Your ID is 2645, but you can see it also when you click on the name of the person in the chat here. I can see it also, 2645 is the ID. So we're gonna make the manager ID here this, and you can give the manager rating here. Freelancer, same thing, rating, how much you think is a freelancer. 1 equals nope. Full-time working somewhere, not even happy to freelance after work few hours. 10, full-time freelancer, used to be freelancer for already many years, max. Guys used to work on her own, max. 5 is in the middle, so same way. And you can comment, like for example, last time I've been commenting here, full-time job, happy to work part-time, or like a comment about how much, about the availability on for freelancing. Job rating can be different from manager rating. The first project for this person is, well, actually we're not actually looking for certain project a person, but let's, for example, say there's like, I don't know, Ingram Python project could be that we are hiring at the moment, so we're give the manager rating maybe 10 for the person, or 8. Let's make 8 for example. Very good, very good rating, but job rating maybe 3. This person is not really good for this Python project. I don't know why she applied for this Python project. Not good, but in general quite good for some other tasks maybe. Or it can be opposite. General rating maybe not so high, but for this certain job almost max. Okay, this is project manager. Is the first the project. There are a lot of people with this, so yeah, you have to put the manager rating here. So otherwise, when we type to filter that we want to see all the project managers added to the database by different people, then we're gonna always see the people with manager or job rating highest first when we consider to hiring someone. Of course, yeah, she's from United Arab Emirates, so I believe she will be leading projects from that kind of area, and yeah, I mean, to lead UK projects, we prefer people from for bigger projects from UK, but yeah, of course, if the project is a bit lower budget, then we prefer also people from elsewhere, but then we have I usually like to have a voice call and see the English level of the person first. Hours first and cost first. This is if the person has if there's the person is found with certain projects, then we always ask like, what's your rough estimate, how many hours it will take and how much it's gonna cost. Skills, I'm gonna show another view, it's easier to add, but rates you can add here. So this min max you can forget, it's gonna be deprecated. You just add into one of these the number, let's say whatever is the hourly rate of the person, I don't know, enter the hour and how many hours the project has to be minimum to hire. It's so that, for example, you can add that the hourly rate is maybe 20, but it's maybe 12 if there's minimum 160 hours per month, which means full time, or minimum 80 hours and 14, or maybe if there's a project at least for one full working day worth, then it's a bit cheaper than if it's only 1 hour of work. Usually I charge way more if there's less than hour work, or just 1 or 2 hours work. And in what currency? In the general view, it's always showing in US dollars. Whatever you enter here, it will calculate with the current Google rates into US dollars, because this is like the international currency usually to compare people's salaries. And yeah, all the contact details you have, Skype, any web chat like LinkedIn or whatever the person likes to chat. Messages is this our messages, username, WhatsApp, landline, whatever. So, and if you click on this I, then you see the profile as the person itself sees. You can also copy this URL and send to the person this long URL with the token. It's like a password inside the URL. So the person, so either you or the person itself can now here write about the title that is imported from LinkedIn, description, there could be multiple titles and descriptions, maybe for as a project manager one, as a maybe coder another one, and now skills is good to add here. That's we usually send the URL and ask to rate the person's skills, because for example project planning and project management could be like maybe 9 or 10 or 8 or very high level of this person, but for example Java programming, maybe it's only maybe 2 or 3. She maybe just knows it just a little, but she never ever could handle a complex huge Java programming project, and it's important to know the level of each skill. There's an automatic text usually that we use to send this. This is the text expander that I'm using, CrewNew, and it's HR and .go. So basically, I usually write to the person a message, something like this, .go. Brad, could you please tell us more about your skills here? I put the URL, and then I say please click in the top menu skills and enter all your skills and rating with 10 points, where 10 equals top expert, 8 equals senior, 6 quite good, 4 junior, 2 can do some primitive stuff, and everything in the middle. If you believe you're in the middle of top expert, but you're a bit more, you're not really the top, but you're really more than senior, then you're 9. If you're not really a senior but very good, then 7, and so on. And the portfolio items, especially for designers and developers, project managers also can have here some, but rather more complex, and then the person can add the rates also here herself, and contact details, and set the password, so in the future she can log in everywhere in CrewNew with that password.